All right, everybody, welcome into another episode of the College Court Report podcast. It is Friday, January 26th. Myself and Ryan Scarfone back with you. Ryan, how are you, bud?
Doing well. By the way, who do you got for the Super Bowl? I know this is a basketball podcast, but who do you got for the Super Bowl?
Nobody, because both fan bases are annoying as hell, and regardless of who wins, it's gonna be terrible on social media and in the general public. Eagles fans will be annoying as hell. Patriots fans will be saying, "Oh, he won, I don't know how many rings now, 6." It's going to be disgusting either way. I don't really care. I think most people are just hoping that Timberlake brings back Janet Jackson so we can see her boob again.
That'd be pretty funny.
That'll be the highlight.
That has to be a bet somewhere that you can place that in Vegas. There has to be. I mean, they have bets for everything in the Super Bowl. What color the Gatorade is, first points, whatnot. So that's got to be something.
Do you see the left side or the right side? Who knows? But I think if you're smart, you bring back Janet Jackson in the Super Bowl halftime. It's Timberlake. You bring back the arguably the most iconic Super Bowl halftime show moment.
That'd be the best thing in the world if that happens.
That would be unreal.
But I'm going with Philly. Thanks for asking.
I was getting there. Don't get your panties in a bunch.
I don't wear panties, but I'm cheering for Philly. Go Eagles. I'm an LA Rams fan, but I'm an Eagles fan for Super Bowl Sunday.
See, I'm one of those people, like, once my team's out, I don't care anymore. I don't bandwagon jump on teams. Like, I could care less who wins.
So, did you care about, what year was it, 2015, when Michigan State was a first-round exit? Did you care about the tournament after that?
No, I ripped up my bracket because I had them winning the whole thing.
Zinger! You didn't watch any of the games after that?
I watched, but I didn't care who won.
Okay, there.
You can watch as a fan. You don't pick a team who wins. There's a difference.
Dude, Notre Dame is not even going to make the tournament this year, and I'm going to still watch it just as religiously as I do every year.
I still watch it, but I don't root for a new team. I don't pick a team.
You pick for the underdogs. You pick for your Winthrops and your Buffaloes and your...
What you do is actually if you root for another team, you root for the team that beat yours out. You don't hop on the top-ranked Duke or something. You don't pick a number 1 seed and hope for the best. I ripped up my bracket when Michigan State lost, and then
that was the best thing in the world. That was the best thing. It screwed up my bracket, but it was the best thing in the world. I love upsets.
I was sitting on the couch in Denver in the media room of the NCAA tournament with my hands covering my face, trying not to cry. And everybody else in the room would not stop laughing. They thought it was the best thing in the world. And I know it's just a game, but it's not just a game. It makes me want to cry.
You guys had a good team that year. Denzel Valentine was on the team.
Yep.
Was Travis Trice on that team?
That was their last season.
And was Payne still there?
Nope.
Or he was the year before that.
He was the year before. Sure. Brandon Dawson.
Yeah.
We didn't lead once in that entire game.
Unbelievable.
Bringing back harsh memories of 2 years ago.
Speaking of brackets, though, I hate how you do your brackets every year. You do one, and you ride with that one.
Yeah, I write one out on paper, then I put that one into ESPN. That's it.
You're ridiculous.
Why am I going to change a bracket? Why am I going to sit there and make like 25 different brackets? Why would I do that?
Because when your bracket
it's not a true bracket.
Gets busted in one, then you have and you have hope for another one. Think about the money. Okay,
we ain't gonna win anyways.
This is ESPN challenge aside. This is beside the fact. Okay, I usually go into 2 pools with people that I know. I am not, and I repeat, I am not putting the same bracket in both pools, because if one of them is busted, then the other one's going to be busted automatically. I need better odds of winning.
It's all about the game. It's all about doing one bracket. You're not trying to pick different ones. Most people do it. Most people pick 18 different brackets and go in all these different pools. But no, I make one bracket, put it in my pools. If I do a CBS one, I use the same one. And go. I don't want to have 18 different brackets and I'm worrying about who I picked in this one and who I picked in this one, who I picked in this one. You just do one bracket, and you sit back and watch the games and go.
Who are you trying to impress, man?
Myself. I do it rather well. I impress myself every day.
When I win money this year, I'll be laughing at you.
You ain't going to win a damn thing.
Trying to be honorable.
With the way you pick? Might as well just,
I'm going to pick some.
Might as well just shred them now.
Pick Michigan State upset right off the bat. I feel like it's their year.
Well,
it's their year to get upset.
They had their year 2 years ago. This is our year to go deep. Depends on who they play in the first round. Some brackets have had them playing Stephen F. Austin. That'll be a tough game. Some brackets had them playing Kinesis. That'll be a tough game. But I think they've got the depth. They can play the way they have in the last few games. Be a laugher. It'll be an absolute laugher.
You better hope so.
I'm confident. No one ever tells me I'm not. So confident till the day you die.
But like I said, Notre Dame's not going to be making the tournament. That's my bold prediction.
No, big news on Thursday. Matt Farrell out indefinitely with a bone bruise. Mike Bray announced that he'll be out for at least the next 2 games, and then they'll reevaluate from there. You add in Bonzie Colson, who's still out. DJ Harvey is out. That team's in shambles. Your biggest star is Gavin.
No, I'd say TJ Gibbs.
Still not.
Gavin's putting up stupid numbers. Like he's been doing really well. But Gibbs consistently every night brings it.
You have Gavin and Gibbs
true.
as
Numbers don't lie.
Marquee guys.
Numbers don't lie.
In the ACC. Yikes.
Hey, it's not my fault. It's just that's what happens.
No, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying it's a terrible situation to be in, and I pity all Notre Dame fans. That's a struggle.
Even though, like, I don't know. Do you think were they still a tournament team even with all their guys healthy? I'm not sure.
If you're trying to tell me if Bonzie, Matt, and DJ were all healthy, like all season, that Notre Dame wouldn't be a tournament team. That's what you're questioning?
They also lost to like Michigan State, Ball State, and one other team. Forget which one. With all of them
Michigan
there.
State is an expected loss.
Factor in the uprising teams in the ACC that are no longer bottom teams like Clemson.
But you see the level of parity across all of college basketball this year. If Notre Dame had their guys healthy, Ball State shot lights out in that game. Taylor Persons played out of his mind. You can't dispute that. Notre Dame put up their average points. They put up like 76 or something like that. They did what they could. Just Ball State played better. Simple as that. Michigan State's an expected loss. But if you have a National Player of the Year front runner in Bonzie Colson, a guard in Matt Farrell, and a freshman in DJ Harvey started to find his stride. Mind you, it was when Farrell went down the first time. You're trying to tell me a team like that wouldn't make the tournament?
I don't know. That's why I'm just asking questions. I don't have an answer. I don't know.
If they were healthy,
I'm not
guaranteed they're in the tournament. You could have 8-9 teams in the ACC in the tournament.
Well, but then would have all like the players that are starting to find more minutes now, would they have developed had those players not go down? So basically what I'm trying to say is even with those players, so let's say like the players that are hurt now were healthy, you wouldn't have had the players that are on the bench develop either way. Like they would still have their depth issues, and they might have
but the players on the bench would have developed at a slower rate. But you can't argue the fact that Notre Dame would be better with their regular guys in the rotation as opposed to
obviously
John Mooney.
I just don't know if
starting
tournament. I don't know if they're a tournament team,
healthy. Tournament team, no question. They'd be like an 8, 9, 10 seeds. But would they be a tournament team? Yes, absolutely.
They would have had to. I don't know. See, it's tricky.
It's all hypothetical, but
I'm not saying they wouldn't have been with their starters all there. I'm just saying
you're the
I'm
Notre
not
Dame
sure.
fan, and I'm defending your team more than you are.
Yeah, but I'm also supposed to be impartial as well, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not going to say. It's easy for me to say, oh yeah, 100%, 100%. They're even if they were hurt, it would be biased of me to say, oh, 100% they're a tournament team.
They'd call you stupid if you said that.
Probably not.
I'd call you
They're
stupid if you said that.
Team. They looked like a tournament
for
team.
2 weeks.
They looked like a tournament team even after the Michigan State, but then after when they started, like, when the depth started to really
took over from game 1.
It wasn't really. You and I talked about this. It wasn't really apparent until after Michigan State.
But it was known that their depth was going to be an issue.
Yeah, I did not suspect the depth issues that they would have had this year. I did not expect that at all.
That's why games are played. Secrets come out.
What are you talking about?
That's why games are played. Then you figure out the depth of Notre Dame. It's an issue. That's what I'm talking about.
So we're all in agreement.
All two of us.
All two of us. They're not a tournament team.
Right now, not even close.
Do they even go the NIT route?
If they're offered, they'll take it.
Oh, they'll be offered.
Confident.
A brand like Notre Dame, 100% they're offered. Now, whether they choose to take it, I remember in 2013, they didn't make the tournament, and they just said they're not going in any postseason extra tournament. So I wonder if maybe they do that. They don't go in any tournament unless it's for the big championship.
I think if they miss the big dance, but Bonzi comes back, they go to get him extra games to show he can still play after his injury, being a senior. Same with Matt. Kind of get them those extra games and little extra, I don't know, I guess, practice. Not practice isn't the word I'm looking for, but extra opportunity to showcase their skills to NBA scouts before the draft. I think if they're back and they miss the tournament, they go that route for their seniors, what they've given the program over their 4 years. But they won't go anywhere outside the NCAA or NIT. They won't go to the CBI. They won't play in the CIT. They don't care about those two.
You do.
I love them.
Do they even stream them? Like, I would hope that they would stream them.
College Insider does a lot of this through Facebook. So it's free, easily accessible. CBI, you can probably find live streams online. But Facebook's where it's at, though.
Do you watch that over March Madness?
Oh, no, you put March Madness on TV. You put CIT on your laptop. It's a win-win.
I'll be watching March Madness only.
Well, considering that March Madness is only Thursday through Sunday and CIT games are during the week, you get best of both worlds. Got this shit on lockdown.
Who won it last year?
The CIT?
Who won it last year?
St. Peter's.
Yeah. CBI?
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Over Coastal Carolina.
Ah, damn. I love Coastal Carolina.
The Chanticleers.
The Chanticleers. What a name.
My first ever game was in Coastal Carolina.
First ever college basketball game was in Coastal Carolina.
Myrtle Beach. Conway, South Carolina.
Yeah, I love it there.
It's great. It's a great little town.
I've never been to one of their basketball games, but I hear they're pretty good. Their baseball team
title.
Made history
2 years ago.
Won the national title. And their football program went to the Sun Belt. Sun Belt, Fun Belt.
And they have the best field in the country, the teal blue.
Next to Boise State's.
That's 1A, 1B.
All blue, or I think what's the one?
It's all blue.
Is it Eastern Washington? It's all red.
That'd be terrible.
And then there's Michigan State. It's all green. So
yeah, it's natural green too. Green and white.
Green and white.
It's like it's a match made in heaven.
That's not cliche at all.
They were made to play football. They were made to play football.
Get a yellow field in there. Who? Michigan State?
Yes, they were.
You're lucky that Notre Dame doesn't play them next year.
Why? Because you'll get pummeled.
Okay, you're not even allowed to say that after we, and I'm saying we this time because I don't
That's fine.
cover
You beat us
football.
this year.
I'm a fan, and I was at this game in East Lansing. We not only came in there and beat you guys, but we thumped you guys. We sent you back to your dorms crying, and I was walking through Michigan's like the campus saying Michigan's not.
Why
a
were you
state.
walking
It
through
was great.
Michigan's campus? You should walk through Michigan State's campus.
Okay, you know what I meant. Michigan State's campus.
I don't know what you mean. I only know what you say.
I was walking through Michigan State's campus shouting, Michigan's not a state.
Wow, real original. Haven't heard that one before.
A lot of people turn their heads being like, what are you talking about?
Stupid Canadian.
It is so a state. What state are we?
Stupid Canadian.
Doesn't know what our states are.
Probably not.
I know their states.
And we beat you next year. No hesitation.
No.
None whatsoever.
You're tripping.
All our guys are coming back.
We have a lot of guys coming back too.
Yeah.
Your quarterback play is very weak.
It was weak at the start of the year, and then he came into his own. Carried us to that big win over Washington State in the postseason. Thank you.
That's a clap for.
Did you win a bowl game?
No. Yeah, we did. We won the.
I don't even remember.
The Citrus Bowl.
The Citrus Bowl. Wow.
Yep. Against LSU. Oh. Big SEC
Love Shaq
team.
University.
Literally. Ben Simmons College.
Well, I didn't know that. Thanks for pointing that out. I had no clue.
Nice. I love the sarcasm.
That's Ben Simmons' basketball team. Let's be honest, he didn't go to class very often. He was there for like 8 months.
No, he played.
He didn't go to class.
He went to class.
Yeah, okay. So did North Carolina.
Wink, wink.
You said you wanted to ask me a particular question about Trae Young in Oklahoma. Let you get that out of the way now.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, we were talking. I remember we were talking. Is Notre Dame a tournament team? But then I asked you if you wanted to go over the Kansas and Oklahoma game that just happened. Oklahoma won, I believe, 85-80. And I asked you 2 questions. I asked you, is Kansas/Oklahoma championship caliber teams, and is Trae Young gone after this year?
No, and yes. Oklahoma is not a championship contending team. Kansas, I'm going to say no. They'll probably be Elite 8 and get bumped. I'm okay with that. And is Trae Young gone? He's 3/4 up the door.
See, I disagree with you on all those things.
Justify it.
Because who do you think is a tournament team? Or sorry,
a lot of teams are tournament teams.
A champion. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, who do you think is a championship caliber team right now?
Purdue. Senior heavy. Carson Edwards, point guard, is the little engine that could. He's driving that offense. Villanova, top-ranked team in the country for a reason. Although they did lose Phil Booth, broken hand. But Jalen Brunson is fantastic. Virginia, with their defense wins championships. It's common knowledge. Duke, with their talent, if they play to their level. Like Grayson Allen's been so quiet this year. Look at what he's done over his career. If he's quiet and they're still 4th ranked, that tells you something. I don't know. I'm not sold on Kansas. I'm not sold on Oklahoma.
You could say any of those teams are, inconsistent. Like you.
I think those teams are more consistent than Kansas and Oklahoma have.
Until Purdue loses to.
They won't. They're not. No.
A team until Virginia loses.
Virginia plays Duke on Saturday, 2 versus 4. So that'll be a big game. Yeah. But you can, personal bias aside, you can throw Michigan State in there too. They had their 14-game win streak. They had their rough stretch of 3 games where they got absolutely thumped by Ohio State, skirted by Rutgers, and then lost by 10 to Michigan. If they can play their 14, like they did in their 14-game win streak, they'll go to the Final Four. But like you said, every team has their inconsistencies. I just think the top 4 teams in the country of Villanova, Virginia, Purdue, and Duke are the most consistent of the bunch. And it's a cop-out to say the top 4 teams, but they're top 4 for a reason. But again, you get March Madness. Anything happens in March. You can get a Michigan State who's a 2 and loses in the first round.
That's what I mean. I don't think it's fair to say that like Oklahoma and Kansas are not championship caliber teams, because like anybody can win on any given day. Anybody can lose, and a lot of the teams that you mentioned have had their ups and downs, like Michigan State. So I'm definitely like I think Oklahoma. I didn't think Oklahoma was at the beginning of the season, but that was before Trae Young just literally became a monster. And I think as long as he's carrying them, I think they have a really good shot.
Out of the 2, I'd probably say Oklahoma has the better chance, but they need other guys to step up and be consistent around Trae Young. Like, he can't go for 43, 48 points a night.
Well, and that's where I would say Kansas has more, just because like they have a little bit more pieces to the puzzle instead of Oklahoma. If Trae Young's not hitting anything, they're done.
It's not even that. If he can get other guys involved, and he had his best game of the year against Kansas, 7 of 9 shooting, 10 of 12 from the free throw line, 26 points, 9 assists. Still had 5 turnovers, and turnovers are just pathetic in my mind. I can't get over that fact that he's got 5.5 a game almost. But
what about his 48-point game against what was it? Was it Oklahoma State?
And they lost.
Yeah, double overtime, 83-81.
And they lost. He put up 48 points. He put up over half his team's points, and they lost. But then he comes back and only scores 26 against Kansas and beats them. They're better when he can get guys involved. He can't do it himself like he did against Oklahoma State. He put up 39 shots against Oklahoma State. He can't do that. He can't do that. Expect the team to win.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend about that, and I said, "Yo, Trae Young, 48 points against Oklahoma State," and he goes, "Yeah, well, how many shots did he take?" And I said, he went 14 of 39, 8 of 20 from 3, 14 of 39 from field goal range. He's like, "Yeah, there you go, 12 for 12 from the free throw line. That was pretty good, though."
They're free. You should hit those. But you're shooting 39 attempts from the field and hitting 14. And then the game against Kansas State when they lost, he had 12 turnovers. He had 7 against Oklahoma State. And I get it, he's young, he's trying to do fancy passes and whatnot and all this bullshit. But if he can play like he did against Kansas the rest of the way and get guys involved, I'd pick Oklahoma over Kansas. But I don't think either of the teams will win the title. I won't put either in my final four.
I don't think. No, it's not about whether they actually will win. I'm just saying they have the potential.
You can say any team has the potential to be a championship. If you're going to say that way, any team realistically could win the title. Every team has a chance.
But give me a team.
I'll guarantee Mississippi Valley State hasn't won a damn game yet this year. They ain't going to win a damn thing. They might win 2 games.
Well, obviously.
If that. But if you're going to say it that way, realistically, you can make the case where any team has a chance.
Obviously, any team has a realistic chance. But
I'm just going off what you said.
Teams like your Buffaloes and your...
Hey, don't knock Buffalo.
I'm just saying. those teams,
they're rolling right
have
now.
A chance.
Buffalo doesn't have a chance
to win the national championship.
They can pull off a couple upsets. They're rolling right now.
Okay, it'll be extremely difficult.
It would.
I guess everyone realistically has a chance, but I'm just saying.
Of all teams to pick, you pick Buffalo. Wow. That's harsh.
Small school.
Yeah, they've only won like 8 or 9 straight, and they're the top team in the MAC by a long shot. Nate Oates is probably going to be one of the highly top coveted coaches.
I don't care what players you throw in my face; they're not winning the national championship
right now, bro. They're better than the Irish.
The talent to win the national championship.
Wow, look at that. They are too. Y'all are scrambling at 13-7.
But as for Kansas and Oklahoma, I don't think that they're going to win. I don't think that they're going to win.
Buffalo and Notre Dame.
They are definitely a championship caliber team.
I'd say Buffalo has a better chance to be at a tournament team than Notre Dame does, though.
Probably. Actually, I even doubt that. The only way that Buffalo gets in is if they win the MAC.
Yeah. And the only way Notre Dame gets in
ACC.
If they get a fucking angel.
And win the ACC.
They get a genie that grants them 3 wishes and hope for the best.
They're definitely not getting that double bye that they've had the last 2 or 3 years.
No, they're going to have to play their way in. It's going to be tough. They'll get 2 games in and they'll be
gassed.
Done. Maybe only get 1.
Look at these hot takes today. Some hot takes. Not cold ones.
Are you sweating?
Not cold ones.
You're sweating. You're sweating.
I'm going to the gym later. I'll sweat then, but...
Yeah. Got to work out. New Year's resolutioner. Look at you.
My New Year's resolution was to
work out,
read more.
How's that going?
Not good.
0 for 1.
Invest.
How's that going?
Not good.
0 and 2.
What was the third thing? Oh, develop my craft in like graphic design and video editing.
How's that going?
Decent, actually.
1 for 3. 33%.
I'll take it.
Udoka Azubuike shoots 37% from the free throw line for Kansas. So you guys are on par right now. Well done.
Well done indeed. What games are you looking forward to, though, this weekend?
A lot.
I doubt
There's a lot. Well, you got the Big 12 SEC Challenge.
Cop out. You always tell me I'm a cop out. Calling you out.
Call me out. Call me out all you want. Then I'll just throw off some games because you'll be like, oh, of course, the small schools. That's a cop out for you, too.
Oh, what about Maine and UMBC? Ooh.
UMBC, they can put up points. Jarvis Lyles, KJ Mara. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight. You got
Incarnate Word, New Orleans. I'm definitely watching that one.
Yeah. No. Don't lie to yourself. But there are a lot of intriguing games. You got East Tennessee State, who's on 11-game winning streak, taking on Wofford. Fletcher McGee, one of the top scorers in the country. Niagara at Canisius. They just sold it.
Rivalry.
They just sold out all their student tickets. So that'll be a big game. You got Grand Canyon, Utah Valley, playing for second place in the Western Athletic Conference. There's a lot of games all over the place. And Friday night or tonight, you got Wisconsin, Michigan State, which I'll be watching. Sparty going for win number 3 in a row. Keep pace with Purdue and Ohio State atop the Big Ten. But it's a busy weekend all around. And I mean, there's so many games to watch. I don't know what I'm going to do with my time. And then you've got the NHL skills competition Saturday night.
Okay, moving on.
What do you do?
Yeah,
what do you do? So many options to watch, right?
I will tell you this right now. You can call me the worst Canadian ever. I am not watching hockey at all until March Madness is done.
You got to multitask.
I don't even watch hockey all year. I only watch playoff hockey. If that. I watch a couple games
and your
here
passport
and there.
says your passport says you're Canadian. Forgery that is.
How many lacrosse games do you watch? Oh, I watch some in Calgary, man. So that makes me a true Canadian. You don't watch lacrosse at all, and lacrosse is apparently our summer national sport.
That it is.
So, you watch the Olympics?
Not really.
Some Canadian you are.
I watch Olympic hockey.
Cop out.
Mm-hmm.
Do you watch like the nitty gritty stuff like fencing or
Speed skating is pretty dope though. I will watch speed skating. Fencing's never on TV, so don't even try and throw that out there.
I'm just saying. You could stream it. We live in a world where you can stream everything.
My fiance watches the figure skating, so I get sucked into that a fair bit.
You don't have to get sucked into that.
We went to Boston Pizza one night for dinner last time the Winter Olympics were on. She asked the bartender to put figure skating on the television with the audio. And there were two guys at the table beside us, and they just looked at her. They were so disgusted. That's what I'm marrying. Yes, I'm marrying into that. So, but what games are you looking forward to this weekend, Ryan? So I can bash your choices as well.
Well, you already mentioned it. What's a Saturday without a top-ranked game? Number 2 Virginia, number 4 Duke.
Cop-out.
I'll be definitely watching that. That is not a cop-out. Anybody who's a college basketball fan should be watching that game. That is 100% a cop-out.
I looked on ESPN, and they have you can get those secondhand tickets. It's they're $300.
Well, right here it says 52 tickets from $593.
$593. I was way off on my guesstimation.
Wow. That game's going to be good. Can't wait to see what Bagley does again. I think Duke's going to take that game. Then we got North Carolina, NC State. NC State, they're not a bad team. I think that they can upset number 10 North Carolina.
Remember what happened last time when you called an upset in the ACC? Wake Forest over Duke?
Yeah, well, that one was kind of a stretch. This one is kind of like I could see it.
You're stretching again.
Now, another one, obviously, that I'm looking forward to is Trae Young versus Colin
Sexton.
News. Is he back?
Old news. Yes, he came back and they lost last game.
Back? Oh, sorry, man.
They did better. They did better when he was hurt.
So I'll be definitely watching that, as well as obviously Notre Dame's taking on Virginia Tech.
Cool.
I'm not going to give you my prediction because you can listen to it when it comes out. Actually, it came out already today. So, or when are we posting this?
This is going out Friday morning. We're recording Thursday night. It'll go out Friday morning.
For anybody who didn't know.
Your preview will come out Friday night.
Okay, so later today, then you can, because it is Friday and I'm doing air quotes, you can listen to what I predict.
Go Hokies.
Go Irish.
You're blind. Go Hokies all day.
Yeah, and then when Michigan's...
They have more Canadians than the Irish do. Well, it's actually one apiece, so I lied.
So eat your words. There you go.
I forgot about Joe Gopher, but he says it very often. Bray doesn't use them very often, so
they never scouted me, so I could have given them another Canadian option, but
their water bottle filler positions are full.
Okay, whatever.
We have spots for towel guys though. Laundry.
Nice. Ha 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 ha.
With the way you're working out, you could probably train them.
Probably. Jumping jacks. Let's go.
Workouts with Ryan coming soon on College Court Report YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Only he will watch them.
Yeah, probably. It'd be funny if I didn't even take my own advice.
That'd be something else.
I usually don't take my own advice anyway, so
it'd be quite entertaining. Do your video, post it, don't even watch it back yourself, don't even do the exercise, you just tell people what to do.
Yep.
Don't even demonstrate. Just, it's you sitting there just saying, do jumping jack, do this, do that, and you're just staring at the camera for 45 minutes.
While I'm
burgers,
eating chicken wings and in a lazy boy chair.
McDonald's.
Just had that yesterday. It was really good.
That's disgusting.
2 junior chickens, small fry, 6 something. Great.
So you got the new value meal. $5. Mm-hmm. Wendy's is where it's at, though.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Wendy's all day.
We're not sponsored by any of those 2 companies, though.
No, but...
So let's not give them airtime.
It's Wendy's, though. Wendy's deserves as much airtime as they can. They're fantastic. Yeah. But I think with that, we'll wrap it up for this week. I'll be back on Monday, myself, doing another show looking at the small schools on the weekend. in review and look at the week ahead. Then Ryan will be back on Friday, going with some more games of the weekend, look at the week that was and the week that will be. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out Ryan's preview of Notre Dame, Virginia Tech coming out later today. And we will chat with you next Friday. Cheers.
Have a good one.